By the way they were picking out certain people that appealed to be jocks or of that sort. Because when they were in the middle section, they came up to somebody and they realized it was their friend, and they let him go. And if they could tell that it was their friend, they had to be looking at the faces and telling who it was.
So they would shoot someone and then stop shooting and walk over and pick out another student. And what were they saying to those students?
There was a little black kid that I'm pretty good friends with, and excuse the language, but they said, "There's that little nigger." It's 3 shots. It paused. They go, "Is he dead?" The other one paused, and the other one said, "Yeah, he's dead." And I mean, you could say it's a racial thing, which it appeared to be because it was towards jocks and
then you said they walked over to a girl and asked her if she believed in Christ?
She believed in God, and she paused. So she didn't know what to answer. So she said, "Yeah," and they go, "Why?" And they proceeded to shoot her.
Did they say anything? Did anybody talk back to them?
There was one, she said, "Why are you doing this? Why are you killing these people?" And they just said, "Because we've wanted to for a long time." And I believe that they shot her because that's all we heard from her.
Now, you were huddled under the table all this time, and you said you were waiting for that sharp pain in your side. At what point did you know, "I'm going to be able to get out of here"?
When they walked out of the library, I had a sense that I might be able to get out of this.
They walked out of the library?
They walked out of the library to the hall and started shooting out more windows. At that time, we proceeded to get up and we ran out.
And you ran out?
The back door.
Crystal, where were you yesterday?
I was in the library as well.
You were, and what were you doing?
Just hiding under a table.
But when did you realize that they came in and they started shooting and you realized right away what was happening?
Yes, it took a while to hit me. I thought it was a joke at first, but then I heard people screaming and I knew it was for real.
So you got immediately under a table?
Yes.
You were huddled with other students?
Yes. One of my good friends just had me in his arms and he said he'd take the bullet for me.
He was hugging you and trying to protect you. But tell me, Joshua gave us some sense of what was going on, but tell me what you saw.
I did not want to look around. I had my head down and I just listened. I just heard things, just horrifying things.
Could you see, if you're huddled under the table, could you see their legs as they walked around the room?
Yeah, one pushed a chair in to the table that I was under and it hit my arm. So I knew they were right there.
Were they shooting people right in your vicinity?
Yes.
And what were they saying?
They were just like, they thought it was just funny. They just were glad that they were getting their revenge. They were just like, who's next? Who's ready to die? And they were just like, we've waited to do this our whole lives. And it was just, and every time they'd shoot someone, they'd holler like it was like exciting.
Were they yelling, or were they talking in very calm, chilling tones?
It was just very, they just chilling tones.
Really?
I mean, yeah, they weren't yelling. They were just talking. I
suspect you're never going to forget this.
No, I can't get the visions and their voices out of my head.
When they went out in the hall, Joshua and some others were able to run away. Is that when you got away as well?
Yes.
And where did you go? Did you know where to run, or were you just panicked?
Well, I just got up and I ran out the nearest exit because that's where everyone else was going.
And when they went out in the hall, were they shooting out there?
Yes, I could hear shots.
Did any of you get a very good look at them yesterday? We heard they were wearing masks. Were they wearing masks?
Not from what I saw, and I don't think they ever were.
Were you able to see their faces?
One of them, definitely. Dylan.
Did you? I'm sorry?
It was Dylan. I don't know his last name.
Dylan Klebold?
Right.
Klebold, yeah.
I definitely saw him. I mean, eye to eye when he shot at all my friends.
Is this group, this trench coat mafia, very well known around the school?
Well, I've been there for like 3 months now, and I've heard a little bit, but not much with it, and I kind of stayed away from the people that were there. I didn't really think anything of it, but now the pieces are coming together, and I understand.
Well, when you see them in these trench coats walking around the school, I mean, what kind of an aura did they have about them?
They thought that they kind of act like they were untouchable. I mean, they just walked down the hall. They wouldn't move out of anybody's way. Everybody had to move out of their way type of deal. I mean, you didn't know what was under those trench coats, so you just got out of their way. I mean, you didn't argue with them. You kind of listened to them because you didn't know what they had.
They were always mad, you told me.
Yeah, they were always mad. I mean, you'd go up to them, and some people would say hi to them, and they just get in their face and start yelling at them. I mean,
you said when you saw them yesterday in the library, one of them had blood on his mouth?
Yeah, it was around his mouth. It wasn't like splatter from being too close. It was like around the mouth, like if you ate a chocolate bar and you got chocolate on your mouth.
Right.
It was just like that. So I mean,
don't know how it got there.
no. The only thing that I can think of is maybe eating something. That's just
Who
what
knows?
I don't know.
I thank all of you. That was a very hard day, and it's one that's going to stick with you, as Crystal says, for a long, long, long time. You all take care. Okay. I want to warm you up. Okay. We're going to take a break. Good Morning America. I'll be right back.